Bitcoin is unstable. The stock market is fluctuating. The value of the dollar is declining while we're shouting. Inflation is increasing while the dollar is going down. Our marriages are collapsing. Our children are being raised by machines. We don't even talk to them. All they do is sit up and play games all the time. And then we wonder why they're running around with guns shooting at people. Of course they're shooting at people. They don't have nobody for a mama and a daddy but a robot. And that's all they got. Nothing else to talk to, nothing else to hold them, nobody else to touch them and love them and laugh with them and teach them relational skills and how to forgive and how to get over stuff. So they grow up as adults uncertain, thinking that people act like laptops. I ought to be able to push this button and get this picture. But real relationships aren't like that. But they wouldn't know about relationships because they never saw one act out in the home. They never saw anybody have a disagreement and still have dinner. They never saw nobody get on their nerves and still sit up and bake you a cake. They never saw what we saw in the house, so they can't figure out how to make marriage work. So while we're married 30, 40, 50 years, they're married 3 to 5. Stay with me. You can't shout over top of this, but this is what's happening all around. We are protecting the right to bear arms over our own children. We don't care how many kids die, as long as we protect our right to be able to shoot. More guns haven't made things better, they're making them worse. We got more guns than we got people. We got more guns than any other country in the globe. We have a higher murder rate than any other country in the world. According to the CDC, suicides are increasing while the dollar is falling. According to the Barna report, the church attendance is declining, but the murder rate is steady going up. And nobody seems to be able to figure out how to respond to it, as if none of this stuff is connected. We got more murders happening in America. 7.8 people being murdered per 100,000 in the country right now. We got more murder than we got cakes. We got more ways to kill than we got hands. We got more guns than we got people to shoot them. And when we ask for an answer, they say we just need more guns. In the interest of full disclosure, I got some too. I ain't solved nothing, but in case one of y'all getting ready to run up on a bro. But I don't need an MK-47 to be able to get you off of my front porch. And I can pass a psych test. I might be some dumb, but I'm not plumb dumb. And there's nothing worse than putting power in the hands of a fool and then wondering why they do chaotic things. And I don't have a child I want to give up to a fool with a gun. Maybe you do. All respect and honor to Ben Crump. He's a friend of mine, but it's my worst nightmare to end up sitting beside Ben Crump. Don't sit by me. Because by the time Ben comes, it's too late. And it's everything's all right till the rabbit gets the gun. It's all right till it's your kid. It's all right till it's your house. It's all right till it's little me. It's all right. It's all right. Take any position. I'm not trying to mess with your position. Take any position you want to take. But when it comes to your house, it becomes real. When they're lowering your 11-year-old into the grave, it becomes really real. When it's your grandchild in the box, it becomes another level of serious. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. And because you don't shout off of stuff like that, that's why we're in the mess we're in, because we only want to talk about Ezekiel and Daniel and Jeremiah and talk about the victories of dead people. We don't have no victories in our life right now, and that's why church isn't working for us, because we only get excited post-mortem with victory. But I need some living leaders with some living power, with some living authority that rebukes the devil and stops my children from falling in the fire and falling in the flood. I don't just want to read about history. I want somebody who can have some power right now in this present world. And until you learn how to open your mouth, they're always going to walk over top of you. Whether you're old or white or brown or black or 5 years old, there's a reason the first thing kids learn how to do is talk. Slap your neighbor and say, "Speak up." The power is in your mouth. There won't be any peace until it gets in your mouth. There won't be any victory until it gets in your mouth. There won't be any deliverance until it gets in your mouth. Your husband's going to keep on walking over top of you. Your wife going to talk to you any kind of way until you learn how to open your mouth. The devil's got your mouth closed because the power of life and death is in your tongue. Open up your mouth and say something. I'm about to preach up a fit in here this morning. I feel the Holy Ghost about to take over this room this morning. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Enough is enough. Somebody's got to say something.